Hi friend, it's Pat Sloan here from my daily video. It is August 8th and I have some information about upcoming sew-alongs, some other questions to answer, talking about our topic of the day, and I might have a fun little mascot to show you if I don't forget him. He's over here, so don't let me forget. All right, let's do the topic of the day. On your calendar, it is black and white. So down on your calendar, black and white for today, and that is, I'm curious to see black and white quilts. Of course, you might have another color in there. That's fine. If it might be black, white, and hot pink, black, white, and red. I did one of those as a wedding gift for a coworker years ago. I don't know that I have a black and white quilt that I still have here. I have to think on that. I would like to do black, white, and yellow. Actually, I'd like to do gray and yellow. So black, white, and I don't know. I know red. Red's very classic, but I'd like to maybe with purple, something like that. So share over on my Facebook group, Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. If you are not there, then just describe it down below. But you really should join over there because it is like a quilt show every single day, and everybody's so nice. So we have 180,000 plus quilters from around the world. And so it is a hop-in place. If you have a question, somebody's always there to answer. And there's show and tell. I mean, just beautiful things in progress, finished, whatever. Okay, so on your calendar also, I forgot something. How can that happen? So on the 28th, you need to say, bring home the Christmas tree. That's the day that the sew-along starts with the cars and the Christmas trees. So I don't know how I forgot to put that on there. I also didn't put fireside chat on Mondays, so I know that's confused a few people. Mondays the video is always in the evening, but I forgot to write fireside chat on there, although you can see at the top, there's a top line that says it there. Oh well, these things happen. Okay, before we go on, tie-dye. Who's wearing tie-dye? Have you noticed that you can get like tie-dye is kind of in again? I don't know. I got this tie-dye t-shirt. I like it. It comes in some other colors. This one fits pretty good. If you want, I'll link it down below, and I got it off of Amazon. So I don't know. I kind of like it. It's a little bit stretchy, so it's not like, you know, just cotton t-shirty material. It's got a little nice curve at the bottom. So anyway, they have other colors. I was thinking about getting a second one. So I took a nice hard look since yesterday at the sew-alongs coming up and what my abilities are and time frames. Because like I said yesterday, I'm a bit late for us to do Halloween things that take a while. So I am going to nix the Witches' Night Out for this year because that takes 12 to 13 weeks, which puts you right up to Halloween. And I really want to do the layer cake, which is more versatile because you can use any kind of fabric. I will use Halloween fabric because that's what I have some I want to use, but you could use other fabrics. So first of all, this one will not happen until next year. We'll rerun this next year. Now, if you want to make it on your own, there are all the tutorials that I did are all there. You can just go to the project page for this. Also, it was at a really good sale price at Connecting Threads. So if you had not picked up the book yet, you could go grab it for next year. And if you liked this fabric a lot that's on it, that was reprinted. So there's right now you can get some of this fabric. So if you wanted to do all that. But I just wanted to, I needed to hear your thoughts, and a lot of people want to do the layer cake because it's more versatile. It's not just one holiday. You can use whatever fabric. But there's a lot of you that want to do Witches' Night Out. So we're just going to have to, we'll have to do that next year. We'll have to do it in the summer so that there's plenty of time because the blocks take a bit of time. They're not fast blocks to do. So in that, combined with the time frame, you probably wouldn't finish till after Halloween if you really did follow it exactly, depending on, when I could get it started. Well, if you started it now, you would finish. But if you started in a few weeks, you'd be cutting it very close. Okay, so that's that. That's off the table. But we're going to have our Block Wednesday is going on, and when that finishes, I will do a short 6-week Block Wednesday, which will end right before Thanksgiving. And I have I'm working on a topic for that and what fabric. We're going to be very loose on the fabric again. But we'll do a second one for this year. Of course, we'll do them next year too, but that's a short one, 6-week one for the end of the year. Okay, we have Bring Home the Christmas Tree, which starts at the end of this month and goes into September. I'm looking at my calendar. The monthly Out West, of course, starts up again. I'm in the progress of trying to figure out how to get that going, but it will be definitely in September, and I should have some blocks here later in August, as I showed on the calendar. So go look at the calendar. Jelly Snowflake. I think we need to do that in September. Maybe roll into the 1st of October. The thing is, I don't know if I can sew along. I don't know what my cutting abilities will be. Unless I have somebody cut, it's very exhausting to do most things for me. I get worn out because they take a long time. So anyways, let me keep on track here. Jelly Snowflake, we will run. I will just rerun mine if I can't make a new one with you. So those of you who want to make the Jelly Snowflake, you missed it the first time, or you want to make a second one, we'll be doing that. And I will look to do some directions for the pointed 4th block, rather than have that 4th block horizontal. A lot of people were playing around with the points, so I will work something up for that. Layer cake, the layer cake sew along. We'll have September into early October, and this I decided I am going to do the one that I like, because it will be mine. And that is, I don't have much strength here on the left hand. This one doesn't have much strength. So this is the one that I am going to sew with one more with one more row. I may have to have my friend sew it, but it is going to be made probably by my friend Melanie. And there'll be one more row below it. So we'll run it for 5 weeks. Now, I am going to use Halloween fabric. I will make a blog post of all of this. I don't know, I might even do it for Sunday. Today is Saturday. I don't have it up for today, but I might have it out there tomorrow. So be sure you have my emails. You get my emails linked down below. But for the layer cake, you can use holiday fabric, you could use fall fabric, you could use whatever layer cake you have and you love. If you want to follow along and do a different quilt out of there, just, the week that I'm making that row, you make that row from your, the one you're doing. So that is what we'll do, the layer cake. Now, another project that I want to do in October is the tree, the charming tree that the Fat Quarter Shop put out. It's a free pattern that comes in a small one and a bigger one. We use charm packs or mini charm packs, and it's a tree. You could do it as a Christmas tree, you could do it as a winter tree, you could do just green and wintry, you could do it blue and white for, I always think blue and white for winter feels very nice and crisp to decorate with. So you could do a blue and white tree. So we'll do that tree in October, late October, beginning November. Then remember, I'm going to put a blog post out about this. We'll have also my Morrison Park, my new fabric line. There will be a tour, and then there'll be 2 different kits that you can pick up with, and I'll sew along. We'll do a sew along for the kits. We might just run them both at the same time, like sell the kits, and then you can do whichever one you want, and I'll show you the post from that. So. Okay, that isn't quite figured out, but that will be later. And then there's one more thing that'll be later in November, and that's not finalized. It's run with the Fat Quarter Shop, so once I get a bit more information on that, it'll come out and I'll let you know. So there we go. That'll take us, through to like Thanksgiving, and of course in December will be some small projects, some little tiny things, and then getting ready to gear up for next year. So it's always my time to reboot and think about what's going on. Okay, first let me show you my little mascot, and then I'll show you about the stars. So this is a funny little mascot that my friend sent me. My friend Cheryl sent this to me. It's a piñata. And see, and rather than breaking him open, because you know he's just, I don't know, he looks like a llama. Do you think he's like a short llama? And then, you know, he has this little door, which is where all the candy was. But isn't that the cutest thing ever? It came in the mail. It's just like, oh, he's so darling. So he is my new official mascot. I think Norm over there, where's Norm? Norm's over on the side there. I think Norm's a little bit jealous, but I think this is a llama. He needs a name, or she. Her little tie was coming off. Ah, my little llama. All right, success. I did. Whoops. Here we go. Whoops. I did 1 star block. Here we go. So I learned a bunch of stuff on what I can do and not do, and there's a lot I can't do, but there's a lot I can do. So I'm going to show you this. Well, first let me tell you that knowing how to hand piece a quilt, I dug back in my mind, a little scary place in there, but I dug back in there and thought, you know what, I can't use a rotary cutter right now. In order to use the die cut machine, I still have to get the dies out, I still have to lift them, and really there's not very little strength in these hands, and I can only lift anything that's a pound anyways, and it's this hand, you know, like a piece of fabric is about, you know, all the strength I really have. It'll get better, but right now that's all I have. So I thought, well, okay, when I was making my quilts by hand, when I learned to hand piece, I cut everything out with the scissors. Well, this hand, I can use scissors. Ha! Okay, so what I did is for the half square triangles, now I had already had this fabric. I'm just doing 2 half square triangles at a time. So I already had this fabric and these 2 cut for this particular one, but I need the big dots now. So I thought, okay, what I'm going to do, here, I'll just zoom you down here a little bit. What I will do is I will trace, and I'll use this, you know, wash away marker, but I will just trace on here and then trace the other square and then use my scissors to cut it out. And then when I do the trimming, this is what this was, to make the half square triangle, I, you know, put my diagonal, the diagonal here on the line, and then drew the edges, and this is what I trimmed off to do these 8 points for this one. So that worked. It is slow because, let me just bring this up. It is slow because I don't, and it's tiring because I mean, how can cutting one layer of fabric be tiring? But it is, so that's all, you know, that's all I could do. Okay, so either Sunday or a day or so from now, I will put out a schedule for sew alongs coming up and link you to the things so that you can be sure you have what you need for the ones that you want to do. Now, you don't have to do them all. It's more fun to do them all with me, but I know you have other things you do. So that is that. And your topic for today is black and white quilts. I cannot wait to see the gorgeous quilt show over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. Everything I talked about is down below, and be sure you signed up for my emails. Okay, I love you. Mwah. Have a great day.